So there we go, another video on the sun. We did before sun in seventh and eighth house, and today I'll be telling you about what happens when sun comes in the ninth and tenth house of the birth chart. That's right. I made the same chart. I put, as usual, Rashi number 1. It could be another Rashi 2. It could be sign number 2. It could be sign number 4, 7, 8, whatever. So it will go in the progression. If it is 2 here, then it will be 3 in the next house, 4 in the then house, 5th, 6th, 7th. So this is how it goes. Now today, if the sun is placed in this house, in the ninth house, what happens then? Now when the sun comes in the ninth house, it means the ninth house, first of all, let me refresh it again. Sun is what? Sun is authority, sun is power, sun is the major vital functions of your body, vitality, what we say. Sun is the ego, passion, creativity, government, job, father figures, father. These all are seen from the sun. Sun is illumination. Now, before you know what go to start with the ninth house, you should know what the ninth house is. As I told you before, just refresh it again that what the ninth house is. Ninth house is the house of religion. It is the house of a general law. I'll explain you why it is law. And then this house is the house of teachers, the house of long distance travels. It could be, most of them are seen, the Char Dham Yatra, what we say, the four Dham Yatra of which is very famous in India, is seen from this house. If somebody will go for pilgrimage, okay, this is your good luck house or bad luck house, whatever. It is a luck house, that how your luck is, your fortune. Okay. Now, some important thing about this house I would like to tell you is that this house is related to religion, and religion has all those scriptures, texts, pujas, you mean all those rituals. So we are bound in those rituals. We cannot go outside that. You see a pandit of the temple, you see any priest, you see any teacher, they cannot go outside certain boundaries of the knowledge. They have to stay inside. So that's what we call this house, is a house of law also. In the in the religious practice, we are bound in law. We cannot go outside it. So anybody who has a son in this house will be very much orthodox about following the law of religion. That's why we see the priests, the big pundits, the pope, like these people are seen from this house, because they are very much orthodox in their religion. They just follow the religion, or they just want to be inside the boundaries of the religion, what are being made by the society or what are being written up in the old ancient texts. Now, the person who has son in this house will be greatly influenced by his father, will be greatly influenced by his father's teaching or teacher's teaching or fatherly figures' teachings towards him. And also, this person, I mean, his ego, where the sun is, there is ego, there is passion, there is self respect. He would try to fulfill his ego from this house, which is the house of religion. His thinking, his opinions about the religion will be so much egoistic and stubborn that he will not like to change. And that will be again depending on the degrees of the sun, aspects on the sun, that how the sun is placed and what sign the sun is placed. That's why it goes more in qualities or it comes down in qualities. And also, this house is the natural house of Jupiter. Number nine is Sagittarius. Sagittarius lord is Jupiter. So Jupiter is already a natural significator of teacher, religion, lordships. So that's why the son got influenced due to this kind of possession in this house. Now, these people are so much egoistic sometimes that it is very, very hard to break their ego. You cannot break their ego. You can see that. Even they can, these kind of people, when they grow up, they start growing up, they learn from their father that how to do certain things, how the things go on, and they follow the rules. And when they grow up, they grow up with all those facts and figures and all those rules, and then they don't want to listen to their father. Why? Because son is a king and he doesn't want to listen to anybody. While he is a kid, he will listen to his father because his father will be a king at that time. But when the person grows up, he learned those teachings from his father, and then he don't want to listen to him because of the ego. That's why these people who have started in this house sometimes gets into trouble with their father also, that they don't want to listen to them. Their ego clashes. Okay, so that's the main point to be considered. And before I move to the next house, I would like to tell you that in this house, they like to travel to the long journeys, but not like the regular people. Like we go outside for an outing to see the good sceneries, do some boating, fishing, and come back. Yes, they do it, but they have another purpose behind it too. Say, for example, if they go to Taj Mahal to see the Taj Mahal, then they want to see the beauty of the Taj Mahal. They would like to go deep into the philosophy of the Taj Mahal, that what really happened behind it, what kind of stone is being used, and where it came from, what was the history of that, blah blah blah. So they like to go in details. So they like to make their every journey fruitful journey, okay, which can connect themselves to the God, which can, you know. So this is all about the sun in the ninth house. Now I move on to the sun in the 10th house here. What happens when sun comes in the 10th house? When the sun comes in the 10th house, it is totally different from ninth house. Though these houses are very close to each other, ninth and 10th, but the meaning of 10th house is far much different, because 10th house is the house of karma. 10th house is the house of authority. 10th house is how you represent yourself to the outer world. Same like the 7th house, but but the 10th house is a little different from that. 7th house is the other world, other people, and 10th house is how you represent towards other people, to the outer world. It is government, it is politics, okay? It is executive career, okay, your father. But sun here in this house is not happy, because this house is a natural sign of the natural house of Saturn. See again what sign it is here. Number 10. Number 10 is Capricorn, and Capricorn is represented by Saturn. Saturn is the enemy of sun. Both do not like each other. That's why when sun comes here, the sun is not really happy. Doesn't matter what sign the sun is. Sun could be in a good sign, sun could be in a bad sign, or neutral sign, inimical sign, blah blah blah, but still there would be an impact of Saturn on the sun. But eventually, being the sun is a king, the sun finds his way out to come out of the problems. Okay, Saturn tries to press the sun, but the sun is an illuminating ball. How long it will be like that? One time will come that the illumination will be all over the place, and sun will grow up and will shine in this house. That means the meaning of the line which I'm saying, this the meaning is that when the person reaches a certain age of like 35 or 40s, the person career shines when the sun is here. No matter what happened to him in the childhood, doesn't matter what happened to him in the teenage or when he was young. Okay. Now, the people who work here in this house, when they work, they try to be a good manager, they try to be a good supervisor, but most of the time they are not. Why? Because This house is a house of authority, and sun is also sitting there. And then, yet they know how to do a work, but they don't want to listen to the orders. They don't like orders. That's why if the person have a sun in this house, he will be a good worker, but by himself. He will not like to listen to the boss, or he will not like to listen to his manager to tell him to do what he wants. So they get pissed off. As long as they're getting promotions, as long as they're getting appreciation, the main thing is appreciation. As I told you before in my videos about the sun, that sun likes to be appreciated about what they did for you. As long as they're being appreciated, they're working very fine. But once you start treating them like a regular employee, or you put them on the bottom, either they will quit the company or they will just don't want to work over there. So that's how the people who have sat in the 10th house works. And main thing before I go further, sun in this house is all over good, because sun in this house is good for all type of careers. Whoever the person has sun in this house can represent any career in the life. The person can do marketing, the person can do real estate, the person can be a doctor, the person can be a politician, a supervisor, or CEO. So it is good for every kind of career if the sun is present here. But again, what is the degree of sun is, what are the aspects on it, okay, what is the sign of the sun, the PAC rule, the placement, aspect and conjunction rule. I will explain you later that what it is actually when we come on the predictive part. So looking into that kind of formula, we can figure out that how strong the sun over there is and how happy the sun is and how would be the results. And the results will come when the dasha will come of that planet. So my friend, this was the analysis of sun in the 9th house and sun in the 10th house. Okay, you can start looking into a chart. If you find a chart, just look into that where the sun is placed, because so far we have did 10 houses. If you find any chart with the sun in any of those houses, you can start looking into it, as I told you how they are and what really happening in that person's life. Try to look somebody's chart who is known to you, so that will be easier for you to analyze that what really happened with that as you're reading it. And good luck. So I'll be putting up another video, and that would be about 11th house and 12th house next time, and that will finish the sun all houses. And afterwards I would going to start moon in different houses, what happens when moon comes in all those houses. Okay, and then each and every planet I will cover, like moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. We will do all those planets through these 12 houses. This way you will know that what happens when that sign goes in which house and that house. Okay, so if any questions, you can throw me an email or just put a question in the comment box. Till then, see ya, bye.